I went for 5 really formative years to a small arts and crafts school on the banks of Lake Windermere, where the stylised forms of flowers and leaves and insects, etc., were all round us, in plasterwork, on wood carvings and on tiles. And I suppose, without really realising it, I sort of internalised a lot of those images. And we spent our time in the garden of our old Cumbrian farmhouse, mucking around really and damming the stream, pressing wildflowers, picking up shells, beaches, and generally living outside, which was in the summer, which was fantastic. When I'm designing, often I go out into the countryside and bring back leaves, flower heads, seed heads, apple blossom, flowers, everything in the garden comes in, and just have them to draw as inspiration. For the fern and dragonfly design, I literally placed the real leaves and ferns on a bit of paper and made a really pleasing visual arrangement of them. And then I would reproduce that across the width of the fabric to cover it pleasingly, get the repeat right, and then that can be formalised for manufacturing. I use a lot of tracing paper to layer up colours. Sometimes it's 1 or 2 colours. I can put each layer on top of each other with the tracing paper. And work out the colours, whether the bird was going to be white and the background a colour, or the bird a colour like this. I think I'm going to do it in the reverse, because I think background colour is really nice to have rather than... I went on to science and nursing and then primary school teaching, and really revisited art through the children in the primary schools, and I realised, wow, you know, I love cutting and sticking and creating. When I started, it was all about decorating surfaces of anything. Could be ceramics, could be fabric. Learnt about pattern and pattern repeat, and loved it. And this here was one of the earliest, which was a cockerel inspired fabric, which was hand printed. And I've still got the cushion, it's still going. And I'm on my 10th collection. I have over 200 fabrics, and still going. I'm working with a lino cutter at the moment to do a new collection, and I'm using her expertise at making the marks. I've done the drawing, and Rose, my daughter, actually did the initial drawing, and I've been working on moving my prints into in a new direction, so we'll see what happens. Yeah. We've just converted the top of the barn above my office. Was this great big wonderful space which we call the Owl Barn, and we started with 3 monthly residences and fine artists coming to live with us, and it feels right at this time in my career to be doing this. It feels like going full circle back to my roots and back to the beginnings, and getting involved with young people at the beginning of their art careers and encouraging them, hopefully. So everyone's hopefully firing off each other, and I'm also getting a lot of sort of food for my soul from it that isn't to do with business and hassle. It's all to do with the beauty of fine art.